Hi everyone and welcome to the Revit tips and trick video tutorial series. In this particular video, we are going to discuss a workaround for automatic system renaming and merging. In a typical ChanArc workflow, what we do is to set the plumbing system at the room level, then interconnect the different systems one to another. But unfortunately, Revit, by trying to make your life easier, actually creates a mess for you. In fact, should you try to connect this system over here to the nearest one, Revit would automatically merge the two systems and give them the same name, which would actually undermine your previous work. So at ChanArc, we developed a workaround for that. We make use of the piping family types to be able to get that workaround. So let's go to our project browser, then browse to the family types. Here they are. When the project comes, you would have domestic cold water, hot water, and so on and so on that you can use for your projects. Revit, in its background processes, will be trying to get a whole system for domestic cold water and a whole system for domestic hot water, and as well as for the other piping systems, so that it can run calculations and all. This is why when you interconnect two systems, it would automatically merge them. The trick is to actually have more than one domestic cold water type or sanitary type, so that Revit would restrain from merging the two systems, but yet you can still calculate flows and all from those linkages. So in this case, for instance, we would want to connect the cold water system from this side to the cold water system from this system. What we would do is to duplicate this domestic cold water and rename it to specify that this is at the floor level for interconnecting the systems. Then we can now come, let's change this elbow into a T. Okay, draw pipe. Then let's try to link it to the other system, the other cold water. First of all, let's leave it here and have a look at how the systems are named. If I select a pipe from this system, you can see from the system type that it is cold water, but the system name is domestic cold water L21004. Then if I select a pipe from the next system, the system type is still domestic cold water, but the system name is L21003. Now let's interconnect the two systems. Now if I select a pipe from L21003, okay, name is still there, but when I go to the old system, you can see that the name too has become L21003. This is something that we want to avoid. So let's go back, Ctrl Z. What we will do first, let's start drawing a pipe from this T fitting. just to get the direction. Then let's disconnect the pipe from the other system and change the system type to cold water flow. Now we can link it back to the previous system and to the new system. Now if we are selecting our connection pipe, you can see that the system type is cold water flow and the system name is cold water flow 1. This is an automatic name that you can even change if you like to, but we would not bother about that. But if I go and select the pipe names, you can see that nothing has changed. It's still domestic cold water and the system name is L2103, and on the other side is 0404. So this is how you get Revit to actually ignore merging the two systems. And because it is still the same classification type, domestic cold water, Revit can do its calculations in terms of flow. We can use the same trick for the other system types, hot water and sanitary, fire protection. But for the sanitary, we can even take it further to be able to differentiate those piping that we laid within the room, the soil stack, and then the main collectors at the bottom. We can create different piping system type for each one of them so that Revit would keep them separate. In this video tutorial, we discussed a workaround for preventing Revit from automatically merging or renaming plumbing systems that we want to be separate. The main trick resides in making sure that whenever we are trying to interconnect system, the cord or the pipe that is connecting the two systems would belong to another piping system type. Also do make sure that when you are using another piping system type, the system classification is the same for Revit to be able to do the calculations that it does in the background. Thank you for watching this video tutorial, and keep with ChanArc for even more tricks and tips on how to perform with Revit.